Unexpected Party is one of the best rares in the set. This is just like almost unbeatable. So it's got an adventure side for X2 white, create X dwarf tokens, and when this enters, you choose a creature type, probably dwarves, and creatures in control of the chosen type get +2/+2. So you just make a bunch of dwarves, next turn they become 4/4s, and it's just unbeatable. There's very, very few sweepers in the set. Oh, also, Stone Giant of High Pass is a pretty good card. Makes a 3/1 wall every time it enters or attacks, and you can sacrifice any artifact to do 4 damage to any target, including your opponent's face. So, oftentimes you can just play this, and then attack with it next turn. In the middle of combat, you can throw 2 artifacts to deal 8 damage. It's pretty nice. Nothing even really comes close to Unexpected Party, though. So we are definitely playing white. Next up, there's not too much that's exciting here. We could take Sound the Trumpets, I suppose. It's an okay card. Same with Patient Instructor. Same with Dwarven Shortsword. I'm actually not that high on this card. I think I'd rather take Smog if I was going to take any card, but I'm not really excited about playing red-white. It's sort of like the Equipment Matters theme deck, which I'm not in love with. Equipment has almost never worked out as like a theme in Limited, so I tend to stay away from it. I guess I'll just take the counterspell. I think this is okay. Okay, now we can take a Magnificent End here. It's a pretty good removal spell. If... what is this? 3 mana, +2/+2 trample. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage, choose a creature type. Create a treasure token for each creature you control of that type. Not terrible, I feel like. I guess if I had taken Smog, I could have taken Bothersome Noisemaker here, and that would have been pretty alright, but again, don't really care about being red-white. Any Bilbos? Any Bilbos. Oh, there's Golem, the Abandoned. This is actually a really, really good card. I might just go outside the lanes of like the established colors. You can do that. And maybe I'll be white-black. This is just such a strong card. So every time it enters, they lose 2, and you can sacrifice an artifact or creature, return it from your graveyard to your hand. I think it's the best card in here by quite a mile. Like, otherwise I'm taking Plunder, which is a good card, but I think I'm just in for taking Golem here. Okay, and now the best cards are probably blue. I really like Old Fat Spider Can't See Me. It's quite a mouthful, but it's a good card. Does a bunch of things, protects a creature, prevents one of their creatures from doing damage, and draws 2 cards, which I like. There's also Lakeshore Apothecary, which is a really good 2-drop. This is a set that does not have, like, that many good 2-drops, so I'm kind of high on the Apothecary, even though the Old Fat Spider has impressed me. I'm gonna take the 2-drop. Oh, see, there we go. There's just another one here. There's also a pretty late Balin, but again, not really considering red here. Fateful Discovery. Whenever an artifact you control enters, draw a card. Not really set for it. Take a blue-green land. We could take another Golem. This one's not as good, but I could take it. I'm not really impressed by these 3-drops. I mean, I guess the butterflies are okay. We could just take the butterflies or this 2/4. Sure. Okay, now I can take a white-blue land. That seems much better. over Uneasy Partings. This is a good card too, but I prioritize the land here. Now we can take Confusticate. It's crazy to see that Smog Wield. I think I like that. Yeah, I like this dragon quite a bit. It's pretty good value. Another Smog? Wow. And if people really just don't want to take Smog, I guess I'll take him. So we're probably landing in white-blue here. We could consider splashing the Golem. And this one also wields. Giant's Boulder is also not a 0. It's an artifact. You can sack the Golem. Scries 2. It fixes your mana, and it is a removal spell in a pinch. I guess I'll take the short sword, sure. Billions of short swords. Okay. There's another Golem. It's also the Mountain King's Return. This card's quite good. I think I like that over everything else here. The Lonely Mountain is pretty strong. It's just, you can spend a bunch of mana and tap this to make 2/2 dwarves. It's pretty good. I don't have that many, like, creatures to get back with Mountain King's Return, but I expect to pick up more. Okay, now we probably take Stone by Sunlight. This is a, oh my god, no. We actually have to take Bilbo. I think it's actually correct. Bilbo is a great card, and he makes my Mountain King's Return better. It's just the perfect card to go with this saga. So we'll take that. This pick is a little bit less exciting. There's Burn, Tree, and Fern. It's a pretty good card. I think I'm happy enough with Enchanted River's Grasp, though. Now, I guess I could just take this 2-drop. You do need a certain number of 2-drops, I feel like, to not die in the set. And there's not that many good ones. So, I'll just take this. There's another white-blue land. There's also a Hobbit Hole. Hobbit Hole is quite good with something like Bilbo. Can also grab Gollum. He is also a halfling. He's a horror, but he's still a halfling. So it's a pretty good utility land. The other option is Bofur, which is pretty good with Unexpected Party. Okay, I do need more creatures. Let's take Bofur. I also don't think I've drafted him before, so it's good to try him out. Here we can take Hobbit Hole for pretty much free. Okay, another old fat spider. Plunder is also really, really good. I'm actually not completely sure which one is better between the two of these, because my 3-drop slot is kind of full. It's kind of nice to have a card you can play on 2 and 4. So I think I'm going to take Plunder because of that. Ooh. I do love Thranduil's Decree. I'm just going to take it. I might need another 2-drop, but I think I can swing this. Here... Yeah, just take another Grasp. I don't see anything wrong with it. When this wields... Oh. You can see we just have billions of 3-drops we could play. Do I just take another one? I guess so. You sort of get flooded on 3-drops when you play blue. Alright. Yeah, there's another good 3-drop. I think I'm supposed to take it, even though I have so many already. You can see now why I really prioritize the Apothecary. You just need something to do on 2, and there's not that many in blue. Thor's map is also here. This reveals a basic land. This also draws and discards. It's pretty good. Might just take this to have a play on turn 2. Who knows? This might also wield this bard. I just think having another 3-drop is just not that high of a priority for me. Here, I guess I could take another Grasp. There's really no other card for me here, so sure. Grasp is a solid card. I could take another Magnificent End here, or another Bofur. Oh wait, no, there's a Bilbo. I can't pass the Bilbo. Never mind. That was close. Ooh, I settled the wreckage? 4th pick? Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay, this deck suddenly got a lot better. Now there's also Celebrate the Mountain King, which is great. This is basically an O-ring, but you also get to loot, or recruit in this case. And if you discard a non-land, well, you draw and discard, and if you discard a non-land, you get a 1/1. So that's pretty good. Probably get some of these Dwarven short swords out of here. Okay. None of these are that good. It's also just more 3-drops. Sure, I'll take one of the random ones. Although I don't really plan on playing it. I think I will play Troop of Ponies. Just to have another 2-drop. Ooh, Apothecary. That is really, really nice to see this late. It kind of gives me hope that Bard is going to wheel, because it seems like blue is kind of open. Okay, it looks like he did not, but I do get an Uneasy Partings, which is also a good card. Probably not going to play this Golem. I don't think. I think I just don't need to. I have so many playables already. Yeah, just not gonna play any of these. Guess I could play Vow to Erebor, but probably not. Gandalf. I wonder if Gandalf is actually good. Doesn't feel like this deck needs more expensive things, though. Okay, so I could probably cut Giant's Boulder. I like all the 2-drops. Probably cut some of these 3-drops, like maybe this Mirkwood Meditator here. Maybe one of the Confusticates. Do want a certain number of 3-drops or less for Mountain King's Return. Let me just count how many I have right now. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a decent amount. All right. Could also consider cutting the butterflies for something like the Mirkwood Meditator, just because it's a 2/4. Can block much better. This also looks to be mostly a control deck, so I think the higher toughness is more valuable than flying here. Need to make one more cut. I could cut a land, as I have Thor's map here. This is basically a land, and Troop of Ponies also grabs lands. So I could do that. On the other hand, I do have a 6-drop. This is basically a 6-drop as well. Kind of a tough one. I like most of these cards. Guess I could cut Bofer, right? This is mostly just a 1/1. It is a protection spell on top of that, but it's kind of an awkward one to leave up. I also don't have very many creatures worth protecting in the first place. Yeah, okay, I think maybe you just cut Bofer here. Okay, let's go with this. Right, this is a fine hand. I get the Scry turn 1 for a turn 2 play, and if I don't find one, it's probably not a big deal. Don't want 2 lands, that's for sure. Scry these to the bottom. See, Bilbo is just so good. What a card. Ooh, there we go. Troop of Ponies. Something I can do in turn 2. This is the other reason why I kind of cut Bofer. It's not really a card you play on turn 2, it's like a card you keep in your hands until you can get some value out of it. Usually you don't just run out the 1/1. Okay, they're gonna kill my ponies, but that's fine. So now I get to play Bilbo. Get my card. Ooh, there's been a lot of lands. It's been 8 lands in the top 10, because I scryed 2 of them to the bottom. Wait, no, not exactly top 10, is it? It's like top 12? Yeah. Okay, they're gonna discard one of my removal spells, but it's all mostly the same to me. Now I just need to draw the adventure. Makes a bunch of dwarves. Okay, so they can sacrifice another creature, exile the top card, and then they can play it until the end of their next turn. So they probably want to sacrifice their 1/1 here to get a card out of it, which makes sense. Get a mountain, not bad. Okay. I'll probably just grasp that. Then I can play my 2-drop. I assume if I draw that rare, I just kind of win on the spot. Thunder would be a good draw. The old fat spider saga would be good. Another land is not ideal. I guess I could pay 5 mana to make a creature blockable. I could also attack, and if they try to pump this, I can use Magnificent End on it. That seems fine to me as well. I could also just do this first. Just to get it over with and guarantee I get 2 damage here. Alright, the Pinecone Strike. I really need to stop drawing lands here, and I think I'll be in good shape. Okay, it's not too scary. Oh my god, another land? Well, I guess I just pass. This has been so many lands. Agent of the Valley, yeah, that's a good card. They want to trade here, that's interesting. Well, okay, I mean, this does shut down their token next turn from doing damage, and it's going to draw a couple of cards. So overall, it's kind of a good draw. I just kind of wish I drew this a little bit earlier. Oh my god. I need to stop drawing lands. There's been so many. I haven't even drawn the cards which are effectively more lands. Okay, Mountain King's Return's pretty good. We get the draw here and discard a land. Another one. Maybe I should go down to 16 lands. I mean, it's been a sample size of one game, so I don't... It might be an overreaction, but it's been so many. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 2 lands are at the bottom. And that means there'll be like 5 more lands within the top cards. I think I just gotta get Bilbo here, draw into something else. Another land! Oh my god! There's 3 lands left unaccounted for, aside from these 2 at the very bottom. This is an unbelievably bad draw. I could cycle for the second Bilbo, but he's legendary. I think what I do is Confusticate the draw 2, discard 1. Ooh, Settle. Settle is an incredible draw here. Okay. Let's discard Plains. Play the island and pass here. Hopefully they just kind of attack with everything. It's what they've been doing so far. So I kind of expect that to happen again. There we go. And now let's just settle here. Target player. Nice. And then end of turn I can play this Plunder. Draw 2 more cards, or draw another card. Nothing? What? How is that possible? Wait. This is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? I guess there's 2 more lands unaccounted for? Okay, well... let's Plunder again. Trying to draw into something. There's 1 land unaccounted for. This is incredible. I guess we Hobbit cycle later. Hopefully he uses a removal spell on Bilbo so I can play my second one. Just pass? Yeah, I think I just pass. I could cycle this and then play the adventure side of Bilbo, but I kind of want to entice him to try to kill this Bilbo. Oh, interesting. So I could actually on easy partings, and this will make the small go to the graveyard, I believe. Which I think is worth it. So yeah, I'm gonna put Bilbo on top of my library here. This has been so many lands. This is an extreme flood. Okay, let's scry 2. Okay. I kind of don't even want the Apothecary at this point. I think I'm just gonna play Bilbo and try to keep up Thranduil's Decree. Should have the mana for it, right? Yeah. So let's draw here. And hopefully he plays a permanent spell I could steal. Rude Bent Blade. It's not really the best permanent. I think I might just let that resolve. Because the thing is, even if I play this, he's just going to sacrifice his 2/3 under Enchanted River's Grasp. So I'm just going to let that resolve. And try to counter an actual creature of his. Plus now I get to Hobbit cycle, or Halfling cycle, for another Bilbo. Alright, can play Apothecary, 9 mana left. Play Bilbo, hold up, Decree. This would be an unbelievable game to win if I won this one. Just drawing every single land in my deck. Six, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Stony Voiced Goblin. Should I counter that? No, I think that's okay. I'm just gonna discard this River's Grasp. And try to counter something a little bit more important. Okay, well. I guess I can play this and then just use it to discard the land I draw. I think I will go down 1 land after this. This is kind of insane. I need to find an unexpected party. So let's draw and discard here. Old Fat Spider. This is 7, 8 mana, so I can't play this and still hold up the Decree. So let's just attack with the Apothecary. I'm really just hoping that he plays like a big permanent I can counter. Oh, there's some Noisemaker. I guess that sort of counts. Sure, I'll counter that one. I wonder what's in his hand. He's just not playing. Does he have nothing? He has more removal spells, okay. Sure. Ooh, Sound the Trumpets is not bad. Let's play the Noisemaker. Let's play the Old Fat Spider. I need to be careful I don't get decked as well. Make this hexproof. I guess attack here? Sure. He wants to block. Okay. That's the turn. I can counter the next play he does. Although that's not really the best one because it has flashback. I guess I just let that one resolve and maybe counter the flashback version. Although, I don't really want to, I don't know if I want to draw and discard. Because this makes me recruit if it's mana value 2 or less, funnily enough. which means I might just draw and discard the unwelcome guest. Just sort of my win condition. Okay, let's pass, take my turn. Apothecary. Okay. Prevent all damage from that creature. Guess I could put some counters on a human I control. This has been an unbelievable game, by the way. This is such a flood. My very best card is at the bottom of the deck, apparently. A Ravening Warg, that's fine. I don't know, maybe I should have kept more lands in my hands. Take my turn. Oh my god, I still can't find the... Okay, there it is. Though unfortunately I'm gonna die to this next turn, because it's gonna make me draw a card. So... what can I do here? I can tap this down. Prevent all damage. Dealt by... yeah, so I could tap this down. I could pump all my goblins, I suppose. I could pump my human. It's kind of funny. Would that be enough? It's 4 and then 7. It would be enough if everything could get through, but I can't force through enough damage. This has been such an unreal game. Alright, I think I lose here because I deck out. Alright. And I can't get past both creatures here. Oh boy. What a game. Alright, well, let's remove a land. And what do we want to put in? Maybe a Confusticate? Maybe just a random creature like a Dwarven Shortsword? Could also just put in this random 3-drop. You know what? Let's put in Gandalf. I've not tried Gandalf yet. Feels like he could be okay. Okay. Well, let's try not to draw like 15 lands this game. Okay, this hand's alright. Get to go adventure turn 1. Try and find a 3rd land, and then turn 2 play a Harper. I think I'll keep one of these. Just because I do eventually need an island to play this Sound the Trumpets. So I'm not going to keep both lands. Ooh, that's a really, really good card. It's kind of concerning. So this draws a card every time he plays a dwarf or equipment. Yeah, we'll just play this out. I could keep this in my hand to discard to Mountain King's Return to guarantee that a 3-drop goes to my graveyard, but I think this will be online at some point later anyways. Like, I could just play Bilbo and it'll die at some point. I definitely need to play this Ruler's Grasp on Keeley. I can't just have him draw an extra card every single turn. And no attacks. So next turn, probably just playing Hobbit Hole, grab an island, play Bilbo. Yeah, sure, I'll trade. This creature is better than mine, so I don't mind this trade. Is it a trick to save it? That is also totally fine. I'm happy enough with that. Guess we're gonna play this anyway, so we may as well thin the deck a little bit. I'm just kind of traumatized by drawing that many lands in the first game. And we already have a 5th lands here. Okay, Subtle should be pretty good here. Seems to be a very creature-heavy deck. Guess he wants to trade the 2-1? Sure. I could just play a Gandalf. That sounds reasonable to me. He gets to hit me with a 5-3 here, but at some point I can leave up Settle the Wreckage. Gandalf is also a little bit hard to remove because he has Ward 3. Oh, well, he does have a way to remove it. Okay. So I get hit for 7 here. So I could play this, but then I won't have Settle up. Let's just pass here and settle them. Even if it's only for 2, I think that's alright. Look at you. Sort of get a 2-for-1. They do get a couple lands, but I don't imagine the lands are helping them that much. Nice, and they have no other play. Okay. So let's play Mountain King's Return. Another Bilbo. Ooh. Oh, this is actually kind of tough to decide what to discard here. Guess it could be Bilbo, because I'm likely to just grab this other Bilbo from the graveyard. Kind of makes sense to me. I could also just discard the old fat spider. No, let's just discard Bilbo, because I'm playing another Bilbo next turn. And this turn I want to hold up Sound the Trumpets. In case he plays something really big. Okay, let's grab a Bilbo. Mono Bilbo control over here. The Apothecary. I'm gonna start holding lands in my hand as well, because I do have a ton of ways to draw and discard cards, as I found out. Dwarven Shortsword. Yeah, I'll counter that, sure. Response here? Some sort of removal spell? Actually, probably just like a protection spell is my guess. Bilbo's Gambit. What? Oh, return a spell. That's kind of funny, sure. It's not a huge deal still, because I can just play River's Grasp. Back for 5. Continue to hold up Sound the Trumpets here. And he's done. Alright. Nice. That went a lot better. Get the party right away. This is actually a great hand, as long as I get a 3rd line at some point. Let's go Bilbo. There's a third land. Why scry this to the bottom? I think so. I already have a really expensive card in my hand in the party. Don't think I need another one. I think I'd rather just find more lands so that I can actually play this card. Let's play plains, play a pony. Probably still play Bilbo in turn 3 though. Yeah. I mean, I could crack the pony. Sort of ramp myself. So let's see. If I do this, I'll have 5 mana next turn, and then I'll play like Bilbo plus Harper, and that seems okay. Sure. Let's do that. Got Island Plains. I guess actually Plains. I already have 3 islands. Worry, make a treasure token. That is totally fine. Ooh, it's a better 2-drop to play. So let's play Apothecary into Bilbo. Get a counter immediately. Very nice. And I think I might wait for 4 dwarves here, which would be 7 mana. I could just do 3, and I think that would be good enough, but let's get a little bit greedier. If he attacks here, I'm happy to trade Bilbo for his 3/2. Especially since I just drew another one. Okay. Let's play Mountain King's Return. Draw a card. Probably just discard the Harper, is my guess. Okay. Then, do I want to grasp his guy? I could. I'm just gonna attack. And if he wants to attack me, I'll probably just play Uneasy Partings on his 3/2. I kind of don't care that he gets another treasure token. And then next turn I can get like a Harper or a troop of ponies out. Ooh, if I get troop of ponies, I can sacrifice it again and get even more dwarves from this. It sounds pretty great to me. This also kind of doesn't look like a deck that would play the rare Wrath. I think it's like Smog's Desolation or something. Seems like it would just kill a lot of his creatures. Alright, let's just go Uneasy Partings on this thing. You can draw that again if you'd like. I imagine he doesn't want to. Oh, he does. Okay. Okay, let's get our troop of ponies here. Hit another land as well. And yeah, I'm definitely just going to wait until next turn or the turn after that. It's not like I'm under much pressure here. Let's attack. And we can still scry here. I might actually just keep one of these lands. An untapped land is another 2/2 from Unexpected Party, so sure. Then pass the turn here. Don't think there's much of a reason to cycle Bilbo immediately. I also imagine if he has the Desolation of Smog, he would just use it on this board here. It seems kind of perfect for that card. None of his creatures on the board. It can kill 3 of mine. So if he had the card, it would be pretty tempting. Okay. So now I'm just going to make a ton of dwarves. I wonder what he has in his hand. Okay, it's got the Mountain Raider, sure. So I'll put a counter on the token here, sure. And I'm just gonna make a ton of dwarves. I guess it's 4 in this case. 4 should be enough. Wait, no, I can make 5. I miscounted somehow. Oh, because when I hover over this, it's acting like I'm gonna cast the front side for 4 mana. I see. This is just 3 and X. Okay, so I'm gonna make 5 dwarves and then pass the turn here. He can attack me if he wants and get a goblin army token, but I imagine it's going to be tough to beat 5 4/4s next turn. I'm also really, really happy to trade Bilbo for basically either of his cards. Because I have another Bilbo here. Oh, just block there. I can even reverse grasp his 4/4. I can't imagine there's many things that could get him out of this. Does he have the Desolation of Smog? I'm not being slow rolled, am I? I can't imagine there's that much to think about. If he doesn't have a sweeper, he's just completely dead next turn. Oh, Bolg? Alright, so he can kill one of the dwarves, but that's totally fine still. Yep, alright, so just gotta make sure I name dwarves with this. Bunch of 4/4s, so they could block 2, take 8, 10, 12. I guess they're not technically dead if I don't cast a removal spell here, but I do have one. Alright. Party gets the job done. Turns out 5 4/4s was in fact good enough. Pretty good. Got the Unexpected Party again. I've got pretty good 2-drop and ways to grow it. Ooh. Would keep this in hand to Halfling Cycle, but I think because I have Unexpected Party, I just want as many lands as possible. So I'm just gonna crack that there. so now I have a 6-drop. Which further reinforces the need for more lands. It's so brutal, because like the first game, I could have just drawn this earlier and then my flood wouldn't have been nearly as bad. It would have actually been positive for me. But this was also like the bottom card of the deck. It's just unbelievable. Alright, let's attack. I guess he could still trade because, yeah, he could still trade here. Let's just pass and keep up Confusticate. So even if I grow that, this gives something -1/-1 until end of turn, so it can actually kill something with 3 toughness if it dies in trades. If he doesn't play anything for Confusticate, I can just draw 2 and discard a card, and this will still grow the Apothecary this turn. Story. I don't think I care to counter that, although it does speed up his dragon by a turn. Yeah, I don't know. Guess I will just counter it. Possible I should also draw and discard to look for an answer to the dragon, but I think this is fine. No attacks. Okay. Let's play Plunder. Certainly not running this out for 1 dwarf. Could have like a Pinecone Strike here or something, but I imagine he doesn't want to spend his treasures. That'd be quite foolish. Ooh, Settle the Wreckage. That is an answer to the dragon. Okay. No attacks still. Next turn I can probably just flash back the Plunder. Turn after that, maybe I'll settle or keep up Thranduil's Decree. So now he decides he wants to attack. I guess he has another blocker to play. Okay, he just has a Pinecone Strike. It's also fine. Celebrate the Mountain King. Okay. I mean, that's an answer to the Misty Mountains Cold. I could just play that. I think I'd rather just get like a big settle. Like, he's probably gonna get his dragon and play something else, and then maybe I'll get to settle the Wreckage 3 creatures instead of 2. And this way I can hold up Plunder as well. I think I like that better. Here he goes, there's the dragon. I kind of hope he plays another creature. Any creatures? He's free to spend his treasures now. Okay, yeah, that's good. I mean, it's a good card, but it's good for me that he played it. And a Goblin Plate Mail, sure. The really impressive thing would be if he were to play around Settle the Wreckage, but I think almost nobody would do that. I mean, it's not unheard of to play around it, but like, come on. Let's just pass here. It does look really suspicious here that I have so many cards in hand. I'm not playing anything. So like, if he only attacks with like 2 creatures here or something, I could see just like not using Settle. Oh, it looks like he is trying to play around it. It kind of looks like that. I mean, Settle to remove like the dragon and the 2/1 is totally fine by me. This is still like pretty good value. Okay, so he does play around it, but now I guess I could just make a ton of dwarves. Or I could wait a little bit longer, like I could play Celebrate the Mountain King, or hold up Thranduil's Decree. Okay. I've got 7 mana. I could play Apothecary and then play Celebrate the Mountain King. Or I could just play this for like 4 dwarves, and I think that would be pretty good. Yeah, let's just do that. Oh wait, no. 4, not 5. You could have removal spells to kill some of the dwarves. I think that would not be too surprising. Like a Pinecone Strike or something. But I would still end up with 3 4/4s for next turn. Crude Bent Blade, yeah, sure. Gets rid of 1. Even if he deals with a bunch of dwarves as well, I do have plenty of other things to follow this up with. Was his play just equipping one of his creatures? He could put counters on his goblin here, sure. Equip another one. Could spend some treasure tokens to do that. Okay, he's equipping. If he's gonna do this, he attacks with everything. I'll probably just double block the 4/3. I think that's fine. Well, actually, maybe I should triple block, because in case he has a removal, I still want to kill his creature. Like if he has a Pinecone Strike here. Oh yeah, Smaug's Fury, sure. It's a little bit worse for me. Oh, he does deal with all my dwarves there. But he did have to spend quite a few cards for it. Okay, and now I probably just kill both of his creatures is my guess. Yeah. So let's celebrate the Mountain King, exile this guy. Draw, discard. I'm just gonna discard Thor's map. Get a 1/1 out of it. And now just Reverse Grasp the other creature here. So, even though he dealt with all my dwarves, I still have a lot more cards than he does. And I have a Thranduil's Decree if he doesn't play anything crazy this turn, which should be pretty strong. At this point, I could also name Human with Unexpected Party. And that would be decent, I think. Ooh, a Bilbo. Okay, let's play Apothecary. I will play Bilbo at some points, but I want to hold up the Decree. And just pass the turn here. I mean, maybe I don't have to keep up Decree. I could just keep up Sound the Trumpets instead. Gathering of Darkness to return Dory. Yeah, I'll counter that. I'll just counter it with Sound the Trumpets. Let's see. 9 mana, so I could play a 3-drop and still keep up Thranduil's Decree. So let's play Bilbo. Back for 3, pass the turn. As soon as I use this, I can slam down the party, and then my humans get kind of huge. Oh, that is a good one to counter. So I get to counter this, and then it gets exiled, and then at some point I can play this as a removal spell for his next creature. That was sick. Okay, now let's play the party. Name Human, not Horse. And now I've just got lethal next turn. He needs to draw a removal spell immediately to not die. We've got 2 removal spells for creatures if he plays them. Alright. That's pretty sweet. It's just the case where, even though he dealt with all my dwarves, he spent so many resources on dealing with them that I could just easily win the game afterwards. Okay. We've got a Bilbo, we got a map. Seems like a totally fine hand. Hopefully we can scry into an Apothecary. Didn't. I kinda think this is all just fine. Question is, I want to draw this Magnificent End. I guess I do. And I'm just going to play map turn 2, so this guy here doesn't matter. It's going to get shuffled anyways. It's just a matter if I want to draw the land or the spell. Okay. So I kind of don't want to use my rule spell in either of their 1/1s. I'm just going to play the map here. And just pick up a plains. The Goblin Town Funkies, this seemed like a pretty decent card, honestly. It's kind of annoying. Okay, let's play Bilbo. Another land. I think at some point I will use River's Grasp on something. And I just won't block. And hold Bilbo back for their 2-2. Another Sentries, okay. I guess at this point... Why use a River's Grasp? Sure. I think I'd rather use this because it's a little bit more expensive. Then no attack still. Next turn I'll just play a Gandalf. On his third land there. Stir up trouble to kill my Bilbo. Okay. Ooh, into Dreaded Bat Clouds. That is a pretty nasty card. I think what I'll do is keep up Magnificent End and Uneasy Partings then, because they played this. It's a 4/2 flyer, flying Death Touch, and normally cost 5, but it costs 2 if a creature died this turn, so... I think I'll be killing that one when they try to attack with it. And I'll probably just use Uneasy Partings on their 2/2 here. They definitely have a lot of pressure with this draw. I'll give them that. Okay, so let's try to kill their 4/2 here. Then use Partings on this one. I imagine they don't want to draw this, but who knows. Yeah, they put that at the bottom. Okay. Oh, let's just play a Gandalf. He's not the easiest thing to remove. I say as he probably immediately plays up a Stir Up Trouble. Oh no, it actually lives. Nice. Awesome. What do I do this turn? I think I can just play an old fat spider. Maybe loot with the Thor's map at some points. Actually, I should probably do it now. It's in case I draw a land. Yeah. I'm just gonna discard Meditator, maybe? No, I kind of think I'm gonna be tapping out for the next few turns, so let's discard Sound the Trumpets. Then no attacks here. I'm at a pretty low life total, so I don't want to just suddenly get smacked by like a giant goblin army, because he could amass more. In fact, he will amass more. Alright. Let's walk there. Target the goblin army, I suppose, with this. They land. I want to play. Yes, I want to play the Apothecary, and I want to grasp their 4/4. So let's do that. Just get rid of it. Attack with Gandalf. Then play the Apothecary here. Apothecary should grow pretty quickly with the Spider Saga in play. They could remove it, of course, but yeah. No blocks. Creature does no damage. This is going to be a thing that people get more used to as the set goes on. Okay, they kill my my Apothecary because they can't kill Gandalf. Another old fat spider, you say? Kinda want to keep up Thranduil's Decree, honestly. So I think I might just do that. I could also play the Meditator and another old fat spider. Because they don't have the mana for Smog. Not even close yet. Yeah, okay. Their old fat spider. I think... Oh, let's just target the 2/4, sure. Gandalf is just really hard to target in the first place, so I think he might not need the hexproof as much. I imagine he could just be sitting on a pile of removal over there and just have a couple hexproof creatures he can't do anything about. He just leaves. That's it. I mean, the match wasn't gonna be like over or anything, but I guess he had no interest in that anymore. He's just off it. Just staring at a pile of like Pinecone Strikes and, I don't know, Bilbo's Deadly Slice. Pretty good hands. I do need to draw some card draw, but oh, there's some. Perfect. I've got my best card, I've got good 2-drop. Another Goblin Flunkies, alright. Still gonna play the Apothecary even though I drew this. Okay. Well, that was gonna deal with the Apothecary at some point anyways. Even if I made it hexproof. Kinda think I just play this. Just to get my card draw going. I really would like to hit my lands, and this will eventually draw me cards here. So I think that's reasonable. Looks like they want to equip their Bent Blade here. And another 2-drop. I guess I'll prevent the damage that this Flunkies does. Make them move the blade around. Also didn't draw a land, that's kind of bad. Let's just play this 2/4. Doesn't die to Pinecone Strike. Actually blocks their guys well enough. Another crude Bent Blade, sure. Really need to draw a land here, more than anything. 4 here. Okay, there's lands. And there's Mountain King's Return. Okay. I think I just passed the turn here with Uneasy Partings up. I really just need to draw more lands, honestly. Well, I guess Uneasy Partings can't actually return their token, but looks like they didn't amass or anything. Okay. Well, this one doesn't do damage, so it's totally fine by me. There's so many people that just want to tap their creatures when it's targeted by this thing. Alright, let's play Uneasy Partings on their 2/3 here. A good loot and response if they like. Looks like they want to draw it again. It's kind of interesting. Alright, let's play Harper, I guess? And a River's Grasp. Oh, that's funny. it's equipped with a an equipment that increases toughness so it doesn't die. So their army token is actually locked down for as long as it's equipped with this thing. So they gotta move the bent blade first for them to make a new army token that's not locked down by the grasp. Oh, okay, they just play this thing. That's also pretty good. Yeah, they have a pretty good red-black deck here. And I definitely missed out on land drops a little bit too much. I think now it's probably time to just pull the trigger on these dwarves. Yeah, I don't think I can just play Mountain King's Return, can I? So this is how many dwarves? 3? That's not that many dwarves. Yeah, I'm in a really, really bad spot here. I think 3 dwarves is just not going to do the trick because they just attack with both. I have to block both. They can amass another token. Yeah, I think I'm just done here. I have to like chump this and chump this, double chump. Alright, they got me. I think if I just hit my lands on time, it would have been okay, but the little bit of stumbling was too much to recover from. Alright, 4-2. Let's try to get some more wins here. I think the deck is pretty good, so I would expect to be able to pick up some more wins. Or 3 would be kind of below the average for this kind of deck. At some point, if I drew Settle the Wreckage, that would have also been pretty nice. Okay, well, this is a good hand. We'll keep it. Get planes here. We've got some removal. I've got a expensive value counterspell. I've got a finisher. Probably just use Magnificent End on that thing. And don't mess around. I've got so much removal in my hand. May as well just use it. One counter on each equipment you control. Unfortunately I don't have any creatures, so... I might just use Uneasy Partings on their 2-drop. I think that's fine. Whenever this enters or attacks. Alright, let's put that on top, or the bottom if he doesn't want it anymore. He does want it, okay. No other plays. Okay. Well, now we can play Mountain King's Return, discard the ponies, then bring it back. Draw a land, that's nice. It was a very good draw for me. Looks like he might have some sort of removal going on there. He just doesn't want to use it on the 1/1. Rude Bent Blade. Wow, that is really not good. Just to kill my 1/1. Alright, I get my ponies again. I'll just pass now that I have Confusticate. Next turn I can sacrifice the ponies to get some lands. Yeah, I imagine it's worth countering here. Might just be his only play. It is, nice. Well, I guess unfortunately I do have to put the counter on the pony. And I plan on sacrificing it anyways. I guess let's draw first. If I draw a land, maybe I don't sacrifice the ponies, but I probably do anyways. Oh yeah, well, now I definitely sacrifice the ponies. Let's get Island Plains. Just play both of them. Ooh, it's a really, really good card, I believe. Whenever this attacks, you can sacrifice another creature, put a number of counters on this creature equal to that creature's power. Yeah, when this creature dies, you mass Goblins X, where X is this creature's power. I guess it's pretty bad against River's Grasp. I think... what do I want to do? I could just play River's Grasp and Old Fat Spider. The other option is to leave up Thranduil's Decree and Plunder. I think I like that. Because it has to be kind of tempting to play another creature for this thing. Or he's just gonna equip. Alright. Take the damage. You could play a 2-drop, I guess. Yeah, okay. I actually don't hate countering that either. So let's play this. Let's play River's Grasp. I think... might just make a bunch of dwarves. I can make 4 dwarves. 4 dwarves is pretty good. Okay. I'll do it. That's the turn. Next turn I can play this plus Grasp. Alright, I'll just take 5. Well, I mean, maybe I should just jump. Sure, I'll jump. Save myself 5 life here. No play. Interesting. Let's play the party. Could have some removal spells in response, and I would be okay with that. Looks like he doesn't. So I just have 4 4/4s here. I imagine that's going to be tough to beat. Deadly Slice, yeah, that's probably not going to be good enough. Let's just grasp his guy. This game should be pretty over, yeah. It's gonna be pretty hard to beat this card most of the time. I just realized that this Kaito looks like he has a sword made out of shurikens. Kinda ridiculous. I guess I'll keep this. I've got some removal, I've got something I can play in turn 2. Hopefully I don't just get Goblin flunkied again for like the billionth time. It looks like it didn't. Nice. Let's play the map. And I imagine he'll have a play for this turn, but if he doesn't, I can hold up a counter. Apothecary. Interesting. Alright. In that case... I think I'm just gonna pass. I can hold up Sound the Trumpets. Or I can Uneasy Partings in the dwarf he has. Those seem like pretty solid plays. Or an Oak Shield. Okay. Guess I'll sound the trumpets on that and draw and discard. What do I want to discard? Maybe this Confusticate? Confusticate does not seem that impressive. Yeah, we'll just get rid of this thing. I don't think I want to get rid of lands. Ooh, Settle the Wreckage could be nice. And I could play the Apothecary. I think I'm just gonna keep up Uneasy Partings, though. Kind of looks like he has removal in his hand that is just kind of stranded right now, so not really a reason to let him use that right now. Do I wanna... Well, let's just Uneasy Partings now. If he wants to draw that, that is totally fine by me. Next turn, I'd probably just play this Gandalf. I could have a... Oh, the Eagles are coming. Alright. Well, that's pretty good. But I do have a Settle the Wreckage, at least. Yeah, I guess he kind of got me there. Well now, I kind of have to settle. 4/4 Eagle is just so large in this set. Alright, let's settle. Get his 2 cards there. Eagles Are Coming is a really, really good card. It might be tough to beat that one. He's got decent follow-up. I'm just gonna play Apothecary plus Celebrate the Mountain King here. Loot away this land. He can use his Pinecone Strike he's been saving the entire time right now if he wants. There he goes. I called it. Exile that one. Let's go to land. Alright, well, we basically have no cards, but I do have this map, which can discard spare lands, which is kind of nice. Here, I'm just gonna play Gandalf. I think... Do I play the lands? I think playing one land is okay. I could also cycle this for a Bilbo, which would be fine. I think there's a lot of other cards I'd rather find, like the party. So I think I'm gonna use the map. Cycling for, or halfling cycling for Bilbo is also extremely, extremely slow. It's very mana intensive. It's basically my whole turn to play a 2/1 that draws a card. Okay, they discarded Sting. Interesting. Because it's no good when you have no creatures. Oh, he does actually have a way to kill Gandalf. Alright. That's a shame. I had to draw that right there, too. Alright, discard Hobbit Hole. Map again, discard Plains. Apothecary is going to be good for next turn, I suppose. Let's play this, attack for 1. Ooh, that's a really annoying card. That's going to make a 2/2 every single turn, huh? Okay, let's map. Old Fat Spider, huh? Not terrible. Does he have another Pinecone Strike? I wonder. Let's play the Old Fat Spider to start the card draw going. I guess make this hexproof. Okay. And then no attacks. That land is going to be really tough to beat. He gets to make a 2/2 every single turn now. Attacking. Sure, no blocks. Okay, Bilbo's not bad. Let's prevent all the damage that this one deals. Let's play Bilbo. We could scry first. Let's do that. We can still play River's Grasp afterwards. Another Bilbo. I think I can bottom that. I think there's better cards I could draw. On party. Another lands, alright. Well, I can map that away next turn. And then let's grasp this card. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Let's attack for 4. Pass. I do get to draw extra cards with Old Fat Spider next turn. Okay. I guess to do that, make another 2/2, move the equipment. I really, really need to find that party. Yeah. Let's map. The map has been pretty good this game, I must say. Okay, there's ponies. That's not really what I'm looking for. I guess I just pass. This is looking just worse and worse by the turn because of that mountain or that land. I guess I play the ponies. Sure. I don't think I attack with the apothecary. It can grow next turn to be bigger than this 5/3. I'll just pass. If he attacks with the 5/3, I can block with Bilbo plus the token. Gosh, that land is just so difficult to beat. Alright, I'll just block with these two. Alright, he has a trick. That's also fine. I mean, it's not great for me, but it's not the worst thing that can happen. Plunder. Okay, I mean, at least that does draw a card. Let's start with Plunder. Elven King's Harper is kind of interesting. It is actually a way to force through damage at some points. Yeah. What do I do this turn, though? I kinda want to just play Plunder again. Okay. Now just play Grasp and a 7/3. I think I don't attack because it's kind of a disaster if he triple blocks. I could attack with like a pony. I kind of don't mind that. It's not like I need this card. Alright. Trades with one of the 2/2s. I just need to draw the party. That's really all I need. Oh, he's attacking. Interesting. Draw like a combat trick? This is kind of weird. There's not that many things that boost power by like 4, though. I guess he could have Magnificent Ends? Sure. Ooh, there it is. Okay. Now we're talking. How many dwarves is this? This is 6, 9, 10 mana, so 7 dwarves. I could take 7 dwarves. Alright. All we're missing is Snow White here. He's definitely made a lot of dwarves, but I've suddenly caught up by quite a bit. Alright. There's some give +1/+1 if he pays 4 mana. Definitely not blocking. I don't know if he thought this one through, because I think he might just be dead now. Yeah, I was not gonna block there. So let's play the front side of this. Name Dwarf. It's only creatures you control, the chosen type, by the way. It's not gonna pump up his dwarves. And let's just attack with everything. You can block 2 cards. Still get in with 5 dwarves here. Boom. Didn't even need all these cards. Alright, sick. I think that's 6-2 now. So this is going to be the final game. Pretty good hand, honestly. I've got the Unexpected Party, I've got Bilbo, I've got a map. It seems solid. We've got a 3rd land already, okay. So let's scry with Bilbo. Let's bend the island, draw the plunder. The second card doesn't matter too much because I'm probably just playing Thor's map anyways. I guess I could play plunder? Is that better than playing map? I guess so? No, let's just play the map. Let's get a plains here. Changed my mind. Got his own plunder. Looks like it's a blue-white mirror here. Let's play Bilbo. Nice, didn't get countered. And we've got plenty of lands for Unexpected Party now. Long Lake Nuisance. Sure. Probably just grasp that. Discarding another Nuisance, wow. It's kind of bold. Just play Celebrate the Mountain King? Sure. It's the most expensive card that still removes their flyer. And I kind of don't want to discard land, so I think I'm going to discard Plunder the Troll Shaws. It seems fine by me. I want all these lands to make more dwarves with the party here. Or I guess At the Door is what it's actually called on the adventure. Alright, I'll trade here. Seems fine by me. Bard's Company. Yeah, that's a pretty good card. So this is basically a lord for all creatures. And when this enters, he recruits. And he's got his own Bilbo, sure. I'm probably going to grasp his 2/3. And might also draw with the map here. I do have a lot of lands. So let's grasp this. What did he discard? Confusticate and Be Bother. He's kind of discarding a lot of non-lands over there. I guess no attacks. I'll just save my Bilbo to block his Bilbo. blocks. Use his own Bilbo. And that's it. Okay. Let's draw out the map. Settle. Settle is actually not that good here. It's just a bunch of tokens and a Bilbo which has already drawn a card. I might just discard Settle. Don't think it's that great here. Yeah, I think I will just discard Settle. Now let's play Islands. I want to keep up Thranduil's Decree. And if he doesn't play anything, I could play Plunder and draw out the map again. So let's pass. Guess he could put counters on one of his tokens. I wouldn't mind that, I guess. Okay, let's block his Bilbo. And let's see if he plays anything here. No plays. Alright, so let's Plunder. You could counter this. I kind of wouldn't care too much. Okay. Then let's use the map. Jeez, this is a lot of lands. Let's go to Plains, I guess. Kind of don't want to go for the party when he has a bunch of open mana. So I think what I might do is just play a Bilbo. And keep up Sound the Trumpets. I guess I could scry first. Sure, I don't see anything wrong with scrying. It's not like there's a daze in this set. Okay, let's bottom islands. I think Apothecary is good enough. Sure. Play Bilbo. He's probably going to draw off of Plunder. I'm kind of okay with that. So what I really want is just for him to tap out so that I can resolve my unexpected party here. No blocks. Make Town Lookout. That is not really worth countering, I feel like. Just let that one resolve. Alright, let's draw out the map. The map has actually been really, really good. Discard Hobbit Hole. Let's play lands. Play Apothecary. Is he gonna counter this? I wouldn't mind that either. Okay. And then let's pass. No attacks. Uneasy Partings. Interesting. I think I'm just gonna sound the trumpets on that. Then use the map to grow my Apothecary. Discard, I guess, Troop of Ponies at this point. And again, I really just want him to tab out for something so that I can resolve the party. That might be good enough. Oh, he's getting rid of that thing. Sure. Get his bird back. Makes sense. So he gets to loot twice here. What do we want to do here? I could play the old fat spider can't see me. Give my apothecary hexproof. That seems okay. So this is hexproof, and then let's grasp the nuisance, I think. He did have a counter. Okay. That's good to know. He could still have another one, but it's a little bit less likely now. Do I want to attack still with the 2-3? It could be fine. I mean, it trades for like potentially the nuisance and a couple of his guys. Or one of his guys. I could also just pass. I think I just pass. Hold up Magnificent End on the bird. If I play this on the bird and he counters, I'll probably go for the party next turn. This has been kind of a cool match. It's a lot of like back and forth here. Bilbo. Oh, exchanging control of my saga. Interesting. Huh. It's kind of cool. Alright. Guess that... Not much I can do about that. Alright, then let's kill this guy. Nice, he taps out. So now I can just resolve this. Or 5 dwarves. Make sure not to play the front side. Should I attack first? I guess I could attack first. Yeah, it's pretty unlikely he blocks, I feel like. I guess he could triple block. It would be kind of bad for me, honestly, if he blocks, so let's just cast this. Make 5 dwarves. No attacks. Got 8 mana next turn, which is preventing one of the dwarves from attacking, sure. I think I've got this locked up. I mean, even if he has a counter for this, I still have a ton of creatures. Let's get the loot here. Well, that's fine. Kind of crazy how many non-land cards he's discarded so far. Alright. I guess Gandalf is actually like a pretty good blocker for all this nonsense here. So... I mean, I think I definitely still play this. Naming Dwarf. So I could attack with everything. Could make some blocks. He can block with Gandalf. Eat one of the 4/4s. I think instead, I kind of like just playing an Apothecary, drawing with map and passing. Maybe next turn I use Uneasy Partings on Gandalf. I could also keep this Harbor, but I don't think that's how I want to win the game. It's really, really expensive. My Apothecaries. No attacks. Both getting pretty low on cards in deck, honestly. Both at 8 lands, just discarding all the lands we draw. No plays. Okay. I don't think I just pass. I could play the old fat spider, but then I can't keep up Thranduil's Decree, unfortunately. I could also just use Uneasy Partings on Gandalf. He spends his entire turn doing that if he wants to. And drawing 3 cards is not necessarily even like a good thing for him right now. So yeah, let's do this. Let's pay the ward. So he could shuffle it in if he wants, but drawing 3 cards puts him really, really close to decking, honestly. Then let's attack with all these dwarves. I think just the dwarves? I could attack with an Apothecary as well, but those are gonna keep growing bigger, so I think this is fine. Sure. He's gonna block 4 creatures on 1 dwarf. It's fine. 3 creatures on this one and chump the other one. Now he's only got 7 cards left in deck. He's gonna draw another one with Old Fat Spider. This might have actually not been like a great thing to take in the context of what's going on in this game. I think he's in real danger of decking. Now he's down to 5 cards. If he wants to attack with Bilbo, he goes down to 4, and then 3 next turn. He's still under a ton of pressure here. So before he even thinks about trying to, like, kill me, he has to kind of deal with my board first. Still attacking with Bilbo. I wonder if it's just going to be Gandalf again. Rasp is fine. Kind of needs to do a lot more than that to stay alive, even. Okay. Well, just attack with everything. Yep. Another Magnificent End. I could counter this. That might be pretty good. Let's see. Okay, he said enough. The lethal rumination. This was a sweet deck. Just a really, really good blue-white deck. With Unexpected Party, a bunch of Bilbos, Apothecaries. I really, really like the blue comets in this set. I've been quite impressed by them. Also, Settle the Wreckage was good.